After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott on first down. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Here we go, going to 54. One here. Kill.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Going up top. This is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he gets this up across the... before he's out of bounds.
Down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
694.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And some space here. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, It always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Hey, 7:34.
Kamara up the middle. And he's got some space here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Rolling to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Who's right feet? 7:34. 29. 29.
On 2nd down, Kamara. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to look deep for more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bears at 4-3, a game over 500. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Fighting through pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Allen, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
On play action, now Carr. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Carr's throw complete there to Thomas. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Carr going to throw. And this one too low. But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me,
touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott, and he's taken down here by the Saints. Moore, the man in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it?
What now?
It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. That ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
Go Chiefs.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw on second and 10, Prescott. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Prescott yet again. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Matt Eberflus going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Here's Carr. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. first down. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stretched the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Hey, kill. Here go 46.
Prescott to throw on fourth. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Meanwhile, Dak's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Here we go 47. Here we go 47. Here we go going to 54. Why here?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. Again, he finds Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Kill. Here we go 46. Gun.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A huge play there for Chicago. 56 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Bears! Darnell Mooney from 19 yards away. And the Bears get a bit closer.
54, go to 54, Ryan. 26. 26. 26.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. No luck going for 2 last time, so they'll just kick the extra point here. And that'll cut the lead down now to 15. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Saints. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Prescott on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And again, it's Prescott. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there.
Touchdown! DJ Moore from 4 yards out. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Complete at the 1. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 68 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Slot man moves right. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now they'll throw with Carr. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
93. Express.
Throwing his Carr on third down.
Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
He's going to look deep for more, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Prescott off play action. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
We're going to 52.
Prescott looks to throw on first. There's Mooney with another catch. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
As a quarterback, you got to be cautious. You got to understand where the pressure is going to come from. This time, it's a cornerback coming after him. And this time, the cornerback just a bit late getting to him. The penalty assessed.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing, Prescott. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Kill. 47. Kill.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with...